everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is...
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run the option left. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on.
On 1st and 10, it's Kessler. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down. Play action. Kessler. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here's Kessler to throw. That's complete right around the 8. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now Kessler on second down. Surveying the field. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The play clock's running down. Now Cook. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's second down. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Third down now following the run. Throwing, Cook. A bullet throw, but incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it's 4th and 4.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He finds Coleman. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And that'll bring up second down. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Play clock winding down. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15. 18-yard line. So back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 in excellent field position here. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, Kessler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. The first throw for the backup Lynch. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Sewer Cravens with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So off goes the young starter, Connor Cook. And they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole.
Gun. Leopard. Leopard. Detroit. Detroit. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Now it's Lynch. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return. But I don't think they care. They've got the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. But you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control. Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Let's go! Blue landing!
Here's Coleman on the toss. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
All right, here we go. Blue landing! Blue landing!
And he motions the wide receiver. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Shreds the tackle. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well. And
now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Lynch looking to throw on second. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about Young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Their dangerous wide receiver as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off the squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go. They've got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
In motion, Hill. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol.
No, check, Patriot, Patriot. No, check, Patriot, Patriot.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And the play clock's running down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Lockett with a grab over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Coleman. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Here we go now. 3-19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And he puts it through. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landing. Detroit, Detroit.
Looking to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw here. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there.
Over! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Lockett. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Back now here on EA Sports. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got Lockett. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Green 39!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And Conley's got it over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
All right, here we go.
Lockett the man in motion.
Blue 90!
Back to throw again. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Set! 319! 319! Gone!
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll look to throw again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. 2nd and goal now from the 8. Coleman now. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now 3rd down and goal from the 1. It's Coleman here. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tevin Coleman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, the spin. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. give it to him right up the gut. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And they only need a little bit here. 3rd down and very short.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talked about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. Muscles him off. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Leopard! Bang, bang! Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Benny Logan in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Here we go. Leopard! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire...
My second body cost a lot. After I bought it, I just wore it home. Reading philosophy and gossip rags. Spending my bottom dollar on my toes. I'm a passive